What is going on, everyone? I just got back from an early Amazon Prime members only screening of James Gunn's Superman movie. We've all been anticipating what this would look like, how it would feel. This is the start to James Gunn's DCU that he's creating over at Warner Brothers since he took over. So, this is a huge deal. It has to get off the ground running and running fast. But this movie did not disappoint. It's not the greatest comic book movie ever made. I know I haven't heard anybody like that has done reviews say that yet, but it's definitely not that. But it is an amazing start to what will hopefully be an incredible DC universe. Because God forbid, they have any hiccups along the way, which they probably will. It's DC. They for years have had many, many hiccups, unfortunately, but James Gunn is the right man for the job. He loves Superman. He loves comic books. So he was the right person to do this film. And it has his touch. It's got a ton of heart, a lot of hope, which is what Superman stands for. And it's just got so many heartfelt moments, but also so much humor. The supporting cast is amazing. Isabella Marcet as Hawk Girl, she was really awesome. Not as much screen time as I thought she would get, but she was really great. Nathan Fillion is always amazing, and he's Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, and him and Superman's banter, and then him and Hawk Girl's banter is just so fun. Crypto the dog, amazing. I kind of know everybody was not the biggest fan that they were going to put Crypto the dog in the movie at first, but anybody who's a dog owner or knows dogs really well, um, they did such an awesome job of like the owner to pet relationship, but it's your man's best friend. So Crypto is super funny in the movie. It's like a dog who's acts just like a dog, but doesn't realize that it has superpowers. That's kind of how they put Crypto in the movie, which is perfect because that's how Crypto is in like the comics and stuff. So that was really awesome. Um, the person who stole the movie, a lot of scene stealing, was Mr. Terrific, and it was played by Eddie Giegi, I believe is his name. I probably butchered that, but I've only seen him in a couple of other films over the past 10 years. He was so great, super funny. He got some really awesome action sequences. He's just really awesome. So he stole the show. And then obviously, Nicholas Holt was probably the one actor or actress when they got cast that I was not worried about disappointing us because Nicholas Holt is so talented and he's been doing this for a long time. And he is perfect as Lex Luthor. I'm not. I need to go back and rewatch some of the TV show Lex Luthor's because to make up my mind. But over for film adaptation wise, he is fantastic. Nicholas Holt, tremendous Lex Luthor. He plays the part very, very evil, but also, has that kind of like smirky, confident way about himself, which is perfect. That's how Lex Luthor is. So really cool. They did a great job on that. And overall, just great supporting cast. Awesome movie. It has a little bit of issues with the pacing in the beginning, but not. I didn't think it affected my judgment of the film overall. I've been seeing a lot of reviews where people said the first 30 minutes or first 20 minutes or whatever felt very slow to get into, which I get, but I thought it started out great. It's not a perfect movie, obviously. There's not really many of those that exist. So it's really awesome, though. Go check it out in the theaters with like a crowd. It's just so much fun. It comes out officially today when I'm releasing this, but it's really great. Hello, folks. I forgot to mention the two big stars of the movie because I'm a dum dum. David Cornsweet as Superman and Rachel Brosnan as Lois Lane. Both phenomenal actors in their own right. Rachel Brosnan has been pretty much terrific in everything she's been in. David Cornsweet, I've only seen a couple of things he's acted in, and he was great in those. They were kind of smaller roles, and now he gets to fill huge shoes as Superman and Clark Kent. And I really liked what James Gunn did with his Clark Kent portrayal in this. Um, he, there's that trope where we always say, why do people not recognize Clark Kent as Superman just because he puts glasses on? They do a really cool thing in this where they make his hair really shaggy, like over his face, kind of, and he kind of changes his voice to be deeper, almost to sound different than Superman would sound or whatever. And it's just really a nice touch. And I also, another thing that they did was when they're like the action scenes are going on and buildings are about to be destroyed or they look like they're about to be destroyed. In previous adaptations, especially Batman v Superman and Man of Steel, the city was just destroyed, like utterly destroyed. This one, it's destroyed, but they have nice little touches to make it more real feeling, and how more realistic to what Superman would actually do. There's a scene towards the beginning where he stops the creature from going into the building and knocking it down, and his body is putting all the force to hold the monster up, and the window just barely cracks from his back touching the building. And so he, in a sense, rescues the building from being destroyed for a second. But it's just nice little touches like that that James Gunn threw in there, that we've all been curious in previous installments why that is the way that it is. So that was really cool. But yeah, David Cornsweet, awesome. Cannot wait to see what he does with this franchise as the leading man, Superman. And Rachel Brosnahan is awesome as well. And make sure, this is spoiler free, but make sure you stick around for the credits. There's actually two end credit scenes, one almost immediately once the credits start rolling, and then there's another one kind of towards the mid credit scene. So stay, it's not dire, I don't believe, to the DC universe, start of the DC universe, but they're fun. They're fun little post credit scenes. So stick around. You don't want to miss them. Like I said, get out to the theaters, see this with a big crowd. My crowd was huge because it was an early access screening, so it was almost sold out. But just so much fun to watch it with people who also enjoy pop culture, especially if people love Superman. I'm not a diehard Superman fan, but I enjoyed this film so much, and I hope all of you get a chance to go see it on the big screen. Make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe, and we will catch you all later.